What's going on, guys? Just be here back with another video, and today's topic is going to be about the iPad versus the MacBook. Now, before I get into the video, I just wanted to kindly remind you guys to subscribe and also give the video a thumbs up in order to help my channel grow. So, a lot of you may be on the fence about which device to choose. I'm going to come right out and say that this video is not a video to help you pick which one to buy. However, the point of the video is to give you some perspective into the usefulness of each device. So let's talk about the price. The devices that I'm going to focus on is the 2019 13-inch MacBook Pro and the 2019 iPad Air 3. The MacBook Pro costs $1,200 US for the base model, and the iPad Air 3 costs $499 for the base version. That leaves a difference of about $701. Now, of course, you could just go with the 2019 iPad, just the basic iPad for more increased savings, but I'd recommend paying the extra for the iPad Air 3. So what does that money get you? On the iPad, it's a 10.5-inch Retina display, A12 Bionic chip, Touch ID, 10 hours of battery life, and loads of apps on the App Store. On the MacBook, you get a quad-core 8th gen Intel Core i5 processor, a Retina display, 2 USB-C ports, 10 hours of battery life, a full keyboard, which I'm going to mention later, and a trackpad, and I guess you can count the touch bar too. So yes, the MacBook Pro is the more powerful device and is meant for pros after all. While the iPad can be used for basic things, it is still no slouch. You can edit 4K videos, edit high quality photos, type up documents, and more. So is the price difference of $700 worth it? For me, it is, and let me explain why. But first, let me give you some credit to the iPad. So the iPad is a device that you can get if you want to browse the web, view photos, watch movies, read recipes, read books, edit videos, play music, draw illustrations, and more. The benefit that the iPad has over the MacBook Pro is the ability to do those things so easily. Portability is a huge factor, and if you're waiting for an appointment or a flight, you can easily grab your iPad out of your backpack and do what you need to do. For me, sometimes I hate carrying around my MacBook Pro, even though it is pretty light. So if you're a student on the go, a professional who needs to travel light, or a minimalist, you can and you will highly benefit from using the iPad as your main device. However, if you are a bit more of a power user, that $700 difference is a worthwhile investment. You can have more power to work with when you're editing your photos, editing your documents, editing your videos, coding, or doing some tasks that require the use of more power. Personally, I need to edit my videos on a MacBook Pro using Final Cut, and I honestly do not think I can ever dedicate to editing videos fully on my iPad. Some people have huge projects and the extra power does come in handy. So while the iPad can now read external drives, nothing beats having your huge projects on your hard drive just ready to go. So another benefit that the iPad has over the MacBook is the millions of apps that are available on the App Store. And I'm talking quality apps. There's an app for everything. Want to fax some documents but don't have access to a fax machine? There's a faxing app. Want to get home inspiration? There's an app for that as well. Want to make reservations at a 5-star hotel while traveling? There's an app for that too. So yes, the iPad can do it all, but the level that you do it at, in my opinion, is not the same level that you can do it on your MacBook Pro. If you want it for those things that I just mentioned, it'll do it well, but if you want to go the extra mile, you're going to need a MacBook or some more hardcore gear. And that just comes down to the mobile experience versus the full productivity experience. With a MacBook, you get a keyboard, and while the keyboard in previous MacBooks have had their issues, I still have a good, reliable keyboard for when I'm editing videos, drafting documents, or researching things on my MacBook Pro. The iPad does have the smart keyboard, but it just does not feel the same to me as typing away on the MacBook Pro keyboard. You could also use third-party Bluetooth keyboards, and they work well, but still, it's just not the same. For me at least. I understand that we all have different needs, so please know that I do understand that the iPad is great for those who prefer the mobile experience instead of the full productivity experience. And look, I'm fine with that. For me though, always choose the MacBook Pro over the iPad if I had to pick one. I find that I start off a task on my iPad, but end up switching to the MacBook if there's something particularly important or something that needs to be handled quickly. So if money isn't an option, get the MacBook Pro. But if you want the most portable device that you can do it all with, go with the iPad. Or if you really want to ball out, definitely go for both. The iPad works really well as a companion for the MacBook Pro, especially with AirDrop, continuity, and all the things that you can do with the iPad and the MacBook. So, what do you guys use? Do you use the iPad or the MacBook? Do you use both? Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. If you did not like the video, give it a thumbs down. I'm going to see you in the next one, guys. And don't forget to subscribe. Peace.